Hi friends, myself Syamnath. Today we are going to discuss a very important index, that is Human Development Index 2020. So there are many reasons to celebrate that how this index has developed so far and what is the importance. And there is also, if we talk about the countries, there are many countries who are highly developed countries, but some countries are also in the rank of medium developed countries, and unfortunately, some countries are still in the low developed countries. Japan has achieved the life expectancy of 84 years, but if we talk about the Sierra Leone, which is still 52 years. In case of education, Germany has a mean year of schooling 14 years, but Burkina Faso, which is a West African country, still has 2 years only. So this is the very big gap that all the countries should address unanimously. So let's discuss about the index so far. So HDI 2020. Uh, Statistical tools to measure countries' social and economic development. So it presents statistical data to to measure the progress made by country in the field of social and economic development. So if we talk about how it was created, so first time in the 30 years back in 1990, Pakistani economist Mehboob Haq in association with the Amartya Sen, both of them created this index in 1919. So how it was used? India ranked 131 out of 189 countries. If we talk about the ranking of India, India has slipped two rank in the from the last year. So presently, India has 131 rank out of the 189 countries in total. If we talk about the regional level, the BRICS countries are the worst affected because there are five countries in the BRICS. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So Russia and India, both countries have seen the decline in its ranking from the previous year. Other three countries have seen a rise, not that much of rise, but somewhat they have improved their ranking. If we talk about the South Asian improved except India, so except India, all the South Asian countries, seven countries have improved, like our neighboring countries, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, these all see some improvement. So now we will discuss what type of dimensions and what are the indicators of the index. So this index has three dimensions. Three dimensions is health, education, living standard. So health, education, and living standard. These three dimension has the four indicators. So uh, if we talk about the health, health is the goal 3 of the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 3 is talk about health, and Sustainable Development Goal second is talk about the SDG Goal 4 is talk about the education, and SDG 3 is about the health, and living standard, which is the part of the SDG 10, which is the reduced inequalities. So living standard, how can we improve? By reducing the inequalities, which is the Sustainable Development Goal number 10. So now, if we talk about the indicators, life expectancy at birth. So life expectancy at birth means that the total years that an individual is expected to live in his life. So what is the life expectancy at birth? According to India, it is 71 years. And expected years of schoolings, expected year of schooling and mean year of schoolings, both these indicators are the parts of the education dimension number 2. So what does it mean? Expected year of schooling, which is the 18 according to the UN. According to UN, it is 18 maximum year of schooling when which a student is expected to study. The next is the mean year of schooling, which is the an elder person which is expected to study. This is about 15 years according to United Nations. So fourth one is gross national income. What is gross national income? GNP, total domestic plus foreign output. Domestic as well as foreign. Internal as well as external, which is a resident of a certain country, is what a person, especially the resident of a country, is earned domestically as well as internationally. It is included in the GNP. So it is also the PPP, purchasing power parity. For example, what a US dollar can buy, the same commodity will be bought by 70 Indian rupees. So there is a big gap between the currency of the different countries also. Next one is the one very important index which has happened for the first time, because in the history of UNDP has introduced one new index, that is PHDI. Because UNDP has already introduced one new index in 2010, that was IHDI. IHDI means inequality HDI. So this is the its full form is planetary pressure adjusted HDI. What type of planetary pressure are being created by the people, because uh, we are responsible for the introduction of the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So it will measure, what will it measure? First time PhD by the UNDP, per capita carbon emissions. Per capita carbon emission it will measure also, and measure amount of fuels, the amount of fuels we are generating, metals that we are producing, and also other resources used to make goods and services it consumes. What type of goods and services that a country is producing, and what input it adding to make them. So, and how those inputs affecting the environment. For example, especially the climate change is because of the because of the emission of the CO2 in the atmosphere, and also the ocean acidification, biodiversity loss. All these are the result of the CO2. Next thing, India dropped 2 ranks. India has seen a decline in its ranking from the previous year, because previous year we was in the better position of the 2 number. So if we use the PHDI, because PHDI which was introduced in 2020, if we use this new index, then we will improve by 8 place. According to the new index, India have the 8th position better than the other countries, because we have slipped. According to the old index, we have slipped by the 2 rank, and according to the new index, we have improved by 8 rank, 8 place. So if we use Norway is the tops. According to the previous index, Norway is at top. But if we use the old new index PHDI, then it slips 15 places, leaving Ireland at the top. Then Norway will slip by 15 places, and Ireland will become the top country in the field of PHDI. So 50 country drop if PhD use. If we use the new PHDI, then 50 countries will go out of the top ranking. They will go further lower ranking they will get. Next thing that we will discuss, Australia fall by 72%. According to the PHDA new index, Australia will slip 72 rank. US and Canada 45 and 40 respectively. US and Canada, which is the both are very big economies, because they generate more CO2 in the atmosphere. So they will also saw a decline of the 45 to 40% respectively. China 16 places from current HDI. China will also saw reduction of the 16 places, and human development and anthropocene, these are the, because if we read the human development report of the 2020, then we will see 3 chapters. So first chapter talk about the anthropocene. Anthropocene is the age of human, because it is the activities of human which is, because earlier it was said that planet shaped the earth, but now human are shaping the planet earth. So there is a big difference. Next thing is the planetary and social imbalances. Planetary imbalances which is created by the human itself, and the social imbalances because there are some governments that are authoritarian government, like in Yemen, especially in the North Korea. So they are also responsible for the inequalities in the people. Next thing is that exploring new metrics at PhD, which is the CO2 emissions per capita. So a new index has been introduced. So this is, today we talk about the indexes, about the Human Development Index. It is a very important index. We have discussed in the detail. So what I would like to suggest that countries should try to their hard, and they should also try its best to reduce the inequalities, and also try to strike a balance between the SDI, Sustainable Development Goals, and the Human Development Index, so that future generation cannot face the type of damage that we are facing. So we have discussed it in detail, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. So please like and subscribe, and have a good day.